Welcome back, everybody, to Just McSteve and another Clash Royale video. Sorry I haven't been uploading recently. I had family over, and I didn't really want to just go alone and just go into my room and record for a little bit, and because I wanted to spend time with them and not just making videos. And so, as if you guys probably have seen that they have announced new balance changes again. A new update. It's been 9 days. I'm recording this on the 30th. I might 30th of June, and it might come out. It'll come out today on the 30th, and it's only been 9 days since the last update, and already now they're going to say on July 4th they're going to do another one. That's really insane. They're coming out with these updates a lot now. And so now we're going to watch some replays, and I'm going to talk about them and about the new update. And so this is going to be kind of a shorter video. And so the first one, not that big, the first one, the skeleton army, the skeleton count is now increased to 21 skeletons from 20. That's not even that big. It might just help. It could make life or death between a P.E.K.K.A, mini P.E.K.K.A, or Prince dying or not. And so that wasn't that big of a thing. And so then next, the Goblin Barrel, its elixir costs have been decreased to 3 from 4. This could be really big because on one of my accounts that I have a Goblin Barrel deck, and that actually could be very useful for that account. And so then they also made it so the deploy time for when the goblins just hit the tower and they're not moving for a second and then they attack, that's been increased to 1.2 seconds from 1 second. If you see my last video, in the last update, they made it from 1.2 seconds to 1 second, and now they're just making it longer again. They're just changing it. And they also removed the impact damage. That could actually make a person win or not. I've actually lost because a person had their Goblin Barrel hit my tower, and I've lost from that. And so I lost from that, and I would have won if it didn't have impact damage, because if it didn't, then my Spirit Golems would have got one more hit off his tower, and I would have won. But that was a long time ago. And so next, the Giant Skeleton. Its damage is now been increased by 20%, and it doesn't affect death damage. So when its Giant Skeleton dies, it drops off a bomb and goes boom, and it does a lot of damage. And so now with the increased damage hit for when it just hits a unit, that will actually make it so we'll see more Giant Skeleton decks, I hope, because the Giant Skeleton is a cool card, but he does no damage, so nobody uses him. So the Dark Prince. Its damage has been increased by 8%. So this means, in the last update, I thought the P.E.K.K.A Prince would be back, or a lot of Expo and Mortar decks would be back, but nothing has. I never really saw any of those decks at all, and I didn't see those decks. Well, I haven't seen some Expo decks, but so we could see some Dark Prince decks, which would be really cool. This next is not really. I don't even see why they really did it. So I'm actually gonna go to this. Okay, watch. I don't see why they were really level 6 versus level 3. I hate people who go down to the low arenas just roll. And so I don't see why they actually really did this, because they made this damage increase by 9%, which I don't really see why. Because the bomber in the old balance where they were level 8s when you were doing friendly battles, if you're like a level 13, you would be a level 8 in friendly battles. They just made its damage more powerful. Because if you had a bomber, level 8 goes against the level 8 tower, if it got 2 hits off, it would do the same as a level 3 lightning. And I don't see why they made him even more powerful, because I think he'll just be in some more decks, because he's probably not in a lot. And so the Wizard. The Wizard is absolutely the worst cards in the game. It's just a worse of the Valkyrie, because it has less hit points, and it has costs more elixir. And so the next thing is that so what they did with it, just made the attack speed decrease, made the attack speed to 1.6 from 1.7. I don't see why they did this. It's because, like, if they made it like 1.3, I think it would be more useful, because he's not really even close. He's not close to being useful right now. But so then the next thing that they did, so the Inferno Tower, its hit points increased by 6%. That's big, and so it's not, why did I say big? It doesn't really do anything, but the next thing is actually pretty big, because now the Elixir Collector is now affected by slowing and up effects. So like the poison, it'll make it slower, freeze, it'll stop collect elixir. The zap makes it stop for a second. The rage is making it faster, and the ice Rouge will also slow down. So that could be a huge thing. Like, you could just put like if you had 2 elixir pumps down and then you raged them, you would get a lot of elixir pretty fast. Like in double elixir, that would make like a huge game changer. So the next 2 things, don't really even see why they did, because they had the Tombstone hit points increased by 9%. It's not the best. That's not really a huge thing. And also the Bomb Tower, its hit points increased by 6%. I don't see why they did this, because the hit points of the Bomb Tower are already pretty high. The biggest nerf from it is when they made it how long it stayed alive shorter. That was the biggest nerf. I don't see why they even just made its hit points increase, because it's already really strong. And so those are all the new updates. Those are all the new balance changes coming soon. It'll be coming on the 4th of July. And so yeah, that's what I wanted to do this video on. And so please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe more to the channel, to subscribe so you can catch up on every video I upload. And see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.